Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Moo and we're playing the survey. Okay. Guess we gotta... Are they going up or down the stairs? Oh, this is a note here. Hello. My parents gave me the news, so I have this condition called fibrodysplasia ossificatus progressiva. Basically, it's a condition where my soft tissue, ligaments, tendons, we've already know this, and muscles gradually turn into bone. They said that eventually I'll lose mobility in my arms, legs, necks, everywhere until I need a caretaker to basically do everything for me. Right now, I feel in my arms and torso. For now, I just sort of stay in my bed. It hurts to walk around, and I can't really exercise or damage my body in any way, or else I'll or else I speed up the process. I mean, I'm only 15, so this is a lot to take in, knowing that I'll slowly become more and more immobile. Is it a bit ironic, isn't it? I wish that I could stop painting, or that I wouldn't have to anymore, and this was the answer I received. The best they could do was to prescribe medication for the pain. A year from now, there's a good chance that I won't be able to walk, and I'll be in a wheelchair or worse. I just hope my family will be stable without my help. I'll be a pretty big burden. The other day I overheard my parents arguing. My mom brought up the idea of getting a divorce. I feel like this is all my fault. It's not really your fault. It's them who are the stupid people. We do know she walked down. Wait. I thought I saw... That must have been just me. I thought I saw like one of those question marks. Oh, hello. Here's a note. I overheard them talking about what Lily's condition was. Apparently, she has some sort of bone disorder. Basically, her body keeps becoming more and more immobilized until she's basically paralyzed. The process can take a while, but it continuously gets worse and worse. They seem very worried about it. As far as I know, Lilith won't be able to paint. I wonder what will happen. Mom and Dad were screaming at each other the other day. I've never seen them argue like that. It was quite entertaining seeing them bicker and yell. I had a wide grin across my face as I watched the spectacle. My parents have been trying to find work ever since they heard the news, but only my mom has been able to find with her old employer. Dad hasn't had any luck. This is quite an unfortunate situation. I did a bit more research on the condition. It seems incurable. My parents seem like they're in a state of panic. I've never seen them like this before. Frantic, scared, and unstable. I've never been more excited in my life. Okay, I thought I heard some running downstairs. Am I supposed to stare at you? I think they're gonna win that. Oh, there's another note here. Hello? Mom showed him the divorce paperwork, and he was livid. I've never seen Dad this furious, his bloodshot eyes trembling in fear because he knew he was powerless against her decision. He kept taking beer bottles and smashing them against the kitchen table after he heard the news. She said she was tired of having him just drink all day and not contributing to the family at all. I left a little surprise for him in the car. He'll find out while he's driving. Oh no, he did the reverse thingy. Well, for now, I guess it'll just be Mom, Lilith, and I. She asked me to get a part-time job since I will need the money to help with Lilith's medical bills. I don't mind working, even though I'm still in high school. I'll be pretty busy, but I guess I'll just have to deal with it. It'll be hard though. I went to the doctor the other day and he examined my shoulder. It turns out I've torn a rotator cuff for a while now, but I've been able to get it checked out. But I've never been able to get it checked out because of Dad. I haven't been able to rotate my arm past 90 degrees without feeling this tearing sensation in the back of my shoulder. Thanks, Dad. I guess on the end, everybody gets what they deserve. Okay, we had her lounging at me. Oh, hello. There's another note. Suicide note. It's been hard the last year. I've been working overtime almost every week at my job ever since the divorce, just to cover everything. Lilith, well, she was bedridden and relied on Marcus for just about everything. Marcus was attending college and working at the same time. I went on a business trip for about a week, and I didn't get the news until I came home. The house caught fire. I was told that Lilith died a horrific death, burning alive as the flame consumed her. They said the fire started in her room, most likely by a candle that was tipped over. The neighbors they said they heard was a haunting scream, Like an animal that knows its death is approaching. Everything is gone. My kids, my house. Did I deserve this? I was so blinded by greed. I'm a horrible person. I let my son be abused for years just to force my daughter to paint and make myself money. I guess Joseph got what was coming to him, and now it's my turn. I just wish I could watch over them. Oh, so I'm actually Mary. Oh, I am Mary. Oh, hello. I can't go up here.
I'm Joseph, back with an update concerning our latest story. A drunk driver was recently killed in an accident outside a local liquor store.
That was my dad.
According to friends and family, the man had been going through a divorce with his wife, probably trying to drink his sorrows away.
Yep.
He swerved off the road, crashing his car into a tree. Officers have noted that there might have been tampering involved with the braking system of the vehicle.
Yes, Marcus.
Fortunately, the individual suffered greatly while dying. I know a certain someone that would be happy to know so. Don't worry, I'm stuck as well.
Maybe... Oh, hello, there's a note here. It's been almost a year since I've been diagnosed. It's gotten worse recently. I'm losing control of hands, so it's been quite difficult to write. One day I woke up and I'm unable to move a certain part of my body. It's a bit horrifying having all of your muscles, ligaments, and tendons slowly turn into bone. Marco has been taking care of me. I feel like I'm such a burden to him. On top of school, his part-time job, and taking care of me, he seems so busy. Mom's been working overtime almost every weekend just to help with my medical bills. I mean, we have insurance, but we still have some money left over from my paintings, but it's still getting pretty tough to pay for everything. I can't walk anymore, so I'm pretty much confined in my bed most of the time. My favorite part of the day is when my brother comes in to check on me. Hopefully he'll never read this. This is embarrassing, but I feel like I'm holding him back. After Dad died, he just seemed so much more alive. I guess he got what he deserved, but is this my punishment too? She's slowly walking there. Hello? Oh, here's a note. A note. Documents. We're getting close to the end. I can barely keep up with everything. I was accepted into the university that I really wanted to attend, but I decided not to go through with it. If I did leave, no one would be here to take care of my sister. If I'm being honest, I wish I could leave. I want to move on just to forget about her, mom, dad, and all of them. I've decided to attend this community college first and then transfer to a university afterwards to save money. Also, I won't be in a ton of debt after I graduate, so that'll be nice. Last night I saw something a bit disturbing. As I made my way to my room, Lilith's door was slightly ajar, and I could also hear this high-pitched scraping sound. It was my sister scraping her nails against the wall. I turned the light on and there was blood covering her hand. She was running the tips of her fingers across the wall, up to the point where her fingernails were now loosely attached to her finger. She seems out of touch with reality. I looked at her other hand and it was bent at an awkward position. Her wrist bending towards her body while her fingers looked stiff. This thing in my house, I don't think it's my sister. My sister was a painter, a talented girl with immense potential. Her eyes gradually turned towards me. I felt them almost reaching out to me, pleading for comfort. I gave her none. Can I go in here? Oh, there's a note here. Haha! We're getting really close to the end. Mom is leaving for about a week. She's going out on a business trip, so she's leaving me in charge to take care of the house and my sister. I check on her briefly, about once or twice a day, just to make sure she's still alive. I might forget to check through the week, though. It's such a chore taking care of her. Why can't she just die already? Am I wrong for saying this? Because of her talent, her God-given gift to paint, it destroyed our family. Without it, everything would be normal. In the end, everybody gets what they deserve, and she's getting her end right now. Dad received his, and Mom is breaking her back just to make ends meet. I wonder what my end will have in store. Who knows, maybe I'll get the worst ending of them all. I realize that my hatred for her is wrong and unjustified. It wasn't her fault she was born with this skill. I feel guilty that I enjoy hearing and seeing her in pain. It's such an immature reaction. For so long, I wished for someone to feel my suffering. I would get beatings almost every week with my mom and sister just watching. It was almost entertaining thinking that I could tell people at school that they asked about the cuts and bruises. Now it's a little different, I guess. I'm in control and she's the helpless one. I really don't believe in heaven or hell, but if one exists, I'll probably end up in the letter. Okay, let's head this way. Oh, there's another note. Feels like we're getting towards the end. Can I pick this one up? I think it's 1 or 2 more. This will be the last letter I write. I can feel my right hand becoming immobile and stiff. My mom left a couple of days and it's been up to Marcus to take care of me. Even though his wrists have been getting shorter and less frequent, even though his visits have been getting shorter and less frequent over the last few months, I understand. I'm just a burden to him and my mom. He hasn't checked up on me ever since she left. I tried everything, knocking and banging my hand against the wall, screaming. I mean, that's all I really can do since I'm practically immobile. Sometimes I get my hopes up, hearing him walk up the stairs, and maybe he'll walk through the door and check on me. Did I deserve this for not standing up to my parents and letting all this happen? All of this. It's my fault. I'm sorry, Marcus. I promise I'll never be a burden to you ever again. Oh, shit. Hello, are you gonna come at me now? So I turned it off, and then she came at me. Okay, and then this note here says, this should be like, yeah, this is the last one, I think. Life is pretty quiet, to be honest, right now. Between school and work, it's a bit stressful, but it's not as bad as before. Mom is set to come home in a few days. It was nice having the house to myself for about a week. I admit sometimes it gets eerie quiet, and sometimes I hear these soft knocks coming from the wall. Other times I hear crying, sobbing, sometimes even screaming.
After performing an autopsy, it was confirmed that the fire led to her death, but officials also found something strange. Her body was starving. What officials think occurred was during her final moments. As an act of desperation, she lit a candle inside her room and started the fire herself. Her younger brother, Marcus Walker, might have neglected her to such a degree. She chose to end her life to ease her suffering. Emotions ranging from jealousy, hatred, enviousness, and frustration might have drove him to neglect her, despite her cries for help. Due to her rare disorder, she was extremely immobile and required help for the simplest activities. She required Marcus for everything.
Yeah.
Marcus might have held animosity towards her, as for almost his whole life, everyone had paid their attention to her. Perhaps Marcus wanted her to feel isolated and alone, an emotion he was very familiar with. He wanted vengeance for a crime she didn't commit. Marcus's body was mostly unharmed, though he was not conscious at the scene. He was taken to a local hospital, where he currently resides. He is currently in a coma induced by smoke inhalation and has been unconscious ever since the fire. No one knows when, or if, he will ever wake up, or what he is experiencing. He could be experiencing nothing at all, or he might be suffering. The only living relative he had was his mother, Mary Walker, who committed suicide shortly after she heard about the incident. His father, Joseph Walker, was killed in a suspicious road incident where his brakes stopped working while driving under the influence. Due to his unusual situation, no one is left to decide whether or not they should keep him alive in his coma. Many may wonder whether he regrets his actions, whether he regrets neglecting his sister, starving her, and psychologically torturing her to the point of suicide. Others speculate that years of domestic abuse by his father Joseph, along with neglect from his family, left him psychologically scarred. Whatever the case may be, he tortured and isolated his sister. His sister, who loved him, and did everything necessary to protect him. Hopefully all members of the family get what they deserve. In Marcus's case, he's stuck in his own personal purgatory.
Exactly.
In a place between life and death, an eternity of suffering awaits him. Thank you for listening. This was Joseph Walker, bringing your local news to you.
Exactly. He's reliving this whole thing. Life is pretty quiet, to be honest, right now. Between school and work, it's a bit stressful, but it's not as bad as before. Mom is set to come home in a few days. Why? I can't even read this! In a few days, and I've been sometimes getting quiet, but sometimes I hear the knocks coming from the wall. Sometimes it's like, I can't. Usually doesn't let somebody see. That was bad. That very last part was so unluckily bad. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy it, then, well, you're just gonna have to watch me dance awkwardly once again.